Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to another episode of Improved English. My name is Jay, and I have the opportunity to help you to improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and your fluency. And I'm excited about today's episode. I believe this is episode number 9. You guys can correct me if I am wrong. But I have a story that we're going to read today. Pretty fun story that I have lined up that we're going to read through and have some fun with. I also have some words of the week, and I planned to read YouTube comments from you guys, but this week the comments were good, but they weren't that good to where I would want to talk about them on today's podcast. As you know, when you leave a comment, I make it my business to respond to your comments. But this week's comments were more, I don't know if I want to use the word personal, but there was a lot of encouragement, people telling me, hey, great job, keep going. Had a number of people say hello, that this was their first time on the channel. Met some people from Somalia, someone from Paris, someone, I believe, from the Dominican Republic. So just all over. Thank you guys for subscribing and leaving comments. However, on today's episode, I am not going to go over comments. If they are better, then I will do so on next week. Now, when we get to today's story, those of you who may not know, I do have the story down in the description of today's lesson, and you can read along with me. You can read along at another time if you so desire. And I also, like my videos throughout the week, I will have a quiz at the end of today's lesson. And on the podcast, I can kind of take my time just a little bit more. I try to do my lessons throughout the week anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. And sometimes I try to take my time with you guys on the podcast and give you a little bit more time. So it just depends. I'm feeling good today. It is 82 degrees. The sky is blue here in Georgia. The birds are chirping. The deer have come by the yard. It's just a nice day. I have my t-shirt on. Feeling good. Got Sheila over here hanging out with me. She's quiet, and I'm doing all of the talking. So I am so excited about not just this episode, but about today. Okay. You could complain, you could gripe, but hey, it's a great day to be alive. So speaking of having a great time and a great day, for those of you who do not know, I like to have English conversations with you. So on this channel, what I do is I help you with your vocabulary, your comprehension, and your fluency by reading stories. Okay. Some of you have said you want me to do longer videos. You want me to do videos every day, and it's a lot. And so what I did was I started Parlay with Jay, where I can have daily conversations with you guys about random topics. Right now, I'm coming up with the topics and I'm just talking about them, asking questions, giving you an opportunity to talk back with me. But hopefully, as we converse, you can recommend a topic that you would like to talk about. Who knows what we'll do on that channel, but make sure you go by and check that out. I think there's about 10 conversations there. It's Parlay with Jay. And so you can go over there and have a good time with me. So it's just starting up and I'm enjoying it. I try to do a conversation each day with you and about a different topic. For the most part, I've reached that goal. I think for 1 week, I may have done 2 videos or 2 conversations, but we'll keep it going and I'll do some as the days go further. Okay. I'm planning to go out of town pretty soon, and maybe I can take my camera with me and have a conversation with you while I am out of town. So make sure you go over to Parlay with Jay and join the conversation. Okay. So let's get into some words of the week. So what I do during this time on the podcast is I talk about some intermediate to advanced vocabulary words, trying to help broaden your vocabulary base. Today, I wanted to switch it up, okay? I want to switch it up and do something different. I'm going to go over some idioms. I had one student ask me to do more idioms here on the channel. And I try to respond to some of the requests and some of the feedback and critiques that I get from you guys. I've had people tell me, hey, the volume's too low or it's too high. And then when you laugh, it gets loud. I've had some say that my advanced lessons are too advanced. I'm okay with critiquing as long as it makes the channel and community better. So let's switch it up and look at some idioms today, some English phrases that you can use, and we'll go over these and hopefully you can practice these and become more familiar with them. Also, I forgot to say, down in the description also is a link to my English workbook. If you like to take notes and you need to be more organized, I have published a workbook and it's on Amazon. And I wish I had it with me, but it's over on Amazon and there's a link down in the description and Amazon can ship that to you. And you can set weekly English goals and take your notes and right there in that workbook. Okay, so check that out. And hopefully on the next lesson, I'll show it. So all of these idioms have never in them. Okay, when I was coming up, my elders would always tell me, never say never. Okay, so sometimes you need to use the word never in your conversations. So let's look at a few idioms. Never say die. Never say die. Now this means to keep on trying or refusing to be discouraged. Never say die. So for instance, you may say, I've faced many challenges, but never say die is my motto. Okay. Or you may be looking for a vehicle or a house and you get constantly turned down or denied. But you say, you know what? I'm never going to say die. I will get my car. I will get my home that I desire. I remember there was a time for my first home that my wife and I got. We were turned down 13 times. I'm telling you, it got to be so much that I kept count. 13 times we were turned down before we were approved and got our first home. And that's been well over 20 years ago, but I'll never forget that experience. And I would keep my wife encouraged, basically saying, never say die, girl. We're going to get this house, okay? Another idiom using never or English phrase that you can use is never in a million years, which is used to express strong disbelief or certainty. Okay. So you might say, I never thought I'd see the day when pigs fly, but here we are. Never in a million years. Or you might say, never in a million years that I think we could watch movies on a mobile phone. Never in a million years would I have thought that we would have cars that could drive and park themselves. Never in a million years, I thought I would be bald. Never in a million years. Okay. Never in a million years would I think that cookies would cost $6 a pack. Oh, I was at the grocery store and I told my wife, I said, wow, cookies are $6 a pack. These cookies that I like, I said, no way, never in a million years would I think food would be that expensive. Okay. I remember when I was a teenager, gas was 99 cents a gallon. I can remember it being as low as 89 cents a gallon, but never in a million years would I thought we would be paying $3.40 a gallon. Let me know, how much is gas or fuel where you are? If you're in the United States or another country, let me know, how much does it cost for you to put fuel in your vehicle? Now, some of you may have a electric vehicle. Okay. Never in a million years would I think that we would have to pay $27,000 for a car battery. That's what I heard some batteries cost for a Tesla. So when the battery goes dead, you have to spend $27,000 just for the battery. I remember reading that one owner of a Tesla, he just burned his car. He said, hey, if I've got to spend $27,000, I might as well go ahead and burn this vehicle and get another one. Okay. Now, here's a popular one that I like to use: better late than never. Okay. Better late than never. It is better to do something late than not at all. Okay. So you might say, I know I'm late, but better late than never, right? Okay. Now, I like being on time. I am a stickler for being punctual. Okay. I'm a person that prides myself in being on time. So I would use never late than never in a different way. Maybe I would probably say, hey, the rain came, but it's better late than never, especially when you're experiencing a drought. Okay. And finally, here's one: never a dull moment. Okay. An expression used to convey a lively or exciting situation. Living with my adventurous friend, there's never a dull moment. Okay. So watching Jay's videos, there's never a dull moment. Isn't that right, Sheila? There's never a dull moment. So what type of, if you're married, who's the lively one in your relationship? I was talking to one of my students this week, and he was telling me that he is the adventurous one, and his spouse, she is laid back or reserved. And so I could imagine that when she's with her husband, she thinks, being with you, there's never a dull moment. Okay. You're not boring. Okay. So those are 5 phrases using the word never. My favorite is never a dull moment, better late than never. Then you have, I forgot, never mind. Never mind, which means don't be concerned or bothered by something. Never mind. I found my keys. Okay. So of these 5, never in a million years, never say die, never a dull moment, how would you add to this list? Is there another idiom or phrase that you can think of using never? Let me know down in the comments section and let's see how many we can get. So if you're the first person to add an idiom in the comments section, you start off with number 6. And then if someone else adds one, you say number 7 and then add your idiom. So let's try that. Those who would like to add to the list that I've given phrases using never. Let's see if we can come up with 10. I think I have given you, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I gave you 5. So the next person to add one in the comments section should be number 6. Then the next person should be number 7. So let's see if we can get 5 more phrases using never. Okay, now it's time to read today's story. Okay, let's read through and talk about each sentence in today's story. In the small town of Wallace, Idaho, there was a car wash owned by Lance Johnson. A car wash in Wallace, Idaho, which is a real place. Now, this is a story that is fictitious or not true. Okay. Now, Wallace, Idaho is a real place. When I was making this story, I looked up small towns in Idaho. What are some names of small towns? So Wallace, Idaho is a real place. Now, car washes in this country have evolved over the years. Of course, you can still wash your car at your home or apartment using a water hose. Some car washes here in this country would be a kind of like a drive-in to where you would park your car, get out and use a pressure washer to wash your car and then soap, and then you would dry it off. But now most car washes here, you drive your car in and you sit in the car, or you get out the car and the attendant allows your car to go through the car wash and it gets washed automatically. Okay. Does your country have car washes? Now, I know if you're in the United States, you do. But let me know if you're in Europe or Asia or Thailand, wherever you may be. Do you have car washes? Okay. You can pay with a car wash here with coins, dollar bills, or with your credit or debit card. Okay. Let me know. Let's continue. Every night, strange sounds could be heard coming from the car wash, but no one could explain where they were coming from. So at this car wash, there was strange noises. Who goes to investigate strange noises at your house? I know sometimes when my wife and I are either watching TV or we're laying in the bed and we hear a strange noise, I'll look at her and I'll say, "Did you hear that?" And I'll say, "Go see what it is." And she goes, "Mm-mm." I'm like, "Girl, I go see who it is." So I usually go see who it is. In the movies, you see them, a person has a bat, a baseball bat that they'll carry around. So if it's an intruder or a stranger, they can swing the bat. I don't have a baseball bat, but I do have a different weapon. Strange noises. Actually, last week, I heard a strange noise in my attic, and a bird got into my attic. You guys know I like feeding the birds. Well, one of the birds found a hole somewhere and got in the attic, and I could hear him flapping around in the attic. And so I went up there to try to get the bird out, but he left. But I saw the hole that he crawled in. And so I filled it with foam, and I haven't had a problem since. Okay. Sometimes it's an animal. Sometimes it could be the house settling. Okay. Over time, the house will somewhat move and make noise. Sometimes noise in a house can be a child, a pet, or even a door that is squeaky. Okay. Makes noise when it opens or closes. But I prefer to deal with strange noises during the day instead of at night. Okay. One night, a group of friends decided to investigate the strange noises at the car wash. Investigate. So when you investigate, you look into something. There's a problem and you try to solve the problem. Investigate. The detective from the police station investigated the crime. I had to investigate why my daughter brought home a low grade on her test. So I had to figure out, why did she get a low grade? Was she not studying? Was she on her phone? I had to investigate. I had to figure out the problem. Okay. As they approached the car wash, they heard the mysterious sounds again, which sent shivers down their spines. Okay. Notice, which sent shivers down their spine. So they was like shiver when you're cold, you shake. And so sometimes when you are afraid, the hair on your arms stands up, or the hair on the back of your neck, it stands up, or you feel like a tingling sensation goes down your spine. It's almost like a spidey sense, like Spider-Man. And you feel it going down your back. Oh, what a feeling that is. Have you ever had shivers down your spine? I have. When I'm out cutting grass and I hear a dog, or a dog runs up on me and surprises me, it sends shivers down my back because I become aware or alert and I don't want to get bit. Sheila, do you have that problem? No. Okay. Suddenly, one of them noticed a flickering light coming from the back of the car wash. Flickering. Flickering. The light was flickering. So when a light is flickering, it's blinking. A blinking light. Okay. It's going on and off, on and off. Slowly, they made their way towards the light. And to their surprise, they found a family of raccoons living in the old storage shed behind the car wash. Raccoons. Now, where I live in Georgia, raccoons are very, very prominent. They're everywhere. And sometimes you can see dead raccoons on the highway, and we call that roadkill. Okay, when a car runs over an animal and it's left in the middle of the road, that's roadkill. Raccoons, which I have had in my yard, love to find trash or food. And if they do, they will get their family and friends and live close by. The only thing about raccoons, though they are cute to me, if threatened, they will attack you. Oh, yes, they will attack. The raccoons had been causing the mysterious sounds, and the friends were relieved to have finally solved the mystery. Relieved. They felt good. They were happy. Okay. They were glad that they solved the problem. Okay. Finally, the next day, the friends shared their discovery with the townspeople, and the mystery at the car wash was finally put to rest. No doubt they didn't go around, I'm pretty sure, and talk to each person. They probably used Facebook and told their story, and everyone in the town was relieved that they figured out, notice, the mystery at the car wash. So it was put to rest. It was finished. It was done with. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to read through today's story at a faster pace. Okay. Let's read through today's story at a faster pace without stopping. And let's see if you can read at the same pace I read without making an error, okay? And still comprehend. In the small town of Wallace, Idaho, there was a car wash owned by Lance Johnson. Every night, strange sounds could be heard coming from the car wash, but no one could explain where they were coming from. The local people started to talk about the mystery and rumors began to spread. One night, a group of friends decided to investigate the strange noises at the car wash. As they approached the car wash, they heard the mysterious sounds again, which sent shivers down their spines. Suddenly, one of them noticed a flickering light coming from the back of the car wash. Slowly, they made their way towards the light, and to their surprise, they found a family of raccoons living in the old storage shed behind the car wash. The raccoons had been causing the mysterious sounds, and the friends were relieved to have finally solved the mystery. The next day, the friends shared their discovery with the townspeople, and the mystery at the car wash was finally put to rest. All right. Excellent job. Excellent job. So let's get ready to have some quiz questions. And I am not seeing my quiz questions here on the screen, so I may have to read them to you. No, I won't. I'm going to add them here. Give me a second. Let me see if I can figure this out. I don't know what happened. Why all of my questions did not. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Give me a second, folks. You guys are being so patient. Thank you. All right, here we go. I got it now. All right, let's get into today's quiz and let's see if you guys can answer these. I think I have 4 questions for you. What was the mysterious problem at the car wash? What was the mysterious problem at the car wash? So, what was going on? What was the problem at the car wash? Number 1. Number 2, how did the group of friends decide to solve the mystery at the car wash? What did they decide to do? Number 3, what did the friends discover when they investigated the strange noises at the car wash? And number 4, how did the townspeople react when they learned about the source of the mysterious sounds at the car wash? Okay, so take a screenshot of these, answer these down in the comments section, these 4 quiz questions for today's story. Matter of fact, let's add number 5. Number 5, okay? This will be a question that I simply ask. What is something that has sent shivers down your spine? Question number 5. What is it that has sent shivers down your spine? What has startled you, surprised you, or even scared you most recently? Let me know the answer to question number 5 down in the comments section. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode of Improved English with Jay. This has been episode number 9. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Be sure to check out Parlay with Jay, daily conversations about random topics. And I would love for you to join the conversation. And that channel is strictly to help your conversational skills so you can begin to speak more fluently at a better level. Okay, so make sure you check that out, answer today's questions, and be sure to check out my playlist in the description, as well as today's story will be there that you can read along with. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to share it with a friend that's trying to improve their English, and I hope you join me on my next lesson. I'll see you then.